Hi, I'm Score. I'm here with Jahanzeb, my co-host of Players vs. Platinum, the podcast. This is episode 18, and today we are going to discuss unobtainable trophies. And what better time to do so, because the PS Vita store and the PS3 store have an end date, and unobtainable trophies are more closer to us than we might like. And do we have plans? What are our thoughts on unobtainable trophies? How many do we have? Let's discuss the stats and unobtainable trophies in this episode. Jahanzeb, what are unobtainable trophies for us trophy hunters?
The biggest pain in our lives. Unobtainable trophies are
Yeah.
trophies that cannot be earned anymore legitimately because of various reasons. It can be server shutdowns, so multiplayer trophies can't ever be obtained because the developer shut down that server, so you can't play multiplayer. You could have a short-term unobtainable trophy where a trophy is glitched for a while and we're waiting for a patch to fix it. You could bizarrely also have an unobtainable trophy where you can get it, but let's say it requires 10 online players and no one plays that game anymore. So now you have to find the 10 guys online to play the game. But yeah, that's what an unobtainable trophy is. Very annoying, can definitely impact people when they're researching whether or not they want to platinum a game. And can damage your profile, can damage your completion percentage. But as you've pointed out in our notes, they can also make a trophy collection unique and tell a personal story. So
that's my angle on them most of the time. Because if we all had perfect profiles, where would the fun be, right?
I agree, and I think sometimes when I've done the trophy list reviews, I've seen certain games left out a certain percent, and I'm like, oh yeah, you didn't get that game because the unobtainable trophy. I'm the same, we have the same, but we both have the same game online, so it's kind of like it's a cool thing. It's like something you also share. How many games do you have with unobtainable trophies?
So I counted on PSNP, of course, with the PSNP Plus add-on, browser add-on, and it said 23 games. How many do you have?
I also have 23.
Interesting, right? We are similar in that regard.
Yeah. And then go on.
Yeah, how many unobtainable trophies do you have in total?
I have 2,791
Unearned.
unearned trophies. Yeah.
Oh, is that still correct? Or
My bad. I read the wrong number. I take it all back. I have 290 unobtainable trophies on my account. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I have currently 255 unobtainable trophies. And that can change, right? So, for example, Black Ops 6 was unobtainable. Black Ops 6 Platinum was unobtainable for a while. And I recently checked, and it's now obtainable again. So it can happen. The devs finally patched it. So these numbers are not set in stone. Yeah. I think the percentages I calculated are already out of date because we both earned some trophies, so let's skip that.
Okay.
Maybe maybe we can give the percentages. So I have round about 5% unobtainables, and you have round about 10% unobtainables. I mean, it is what it is. I have many more games on my list, and so yeah, but probably I have more unobtainables. I don't know.
This is it's based on so Mine is 290 unobtainable trophies out of 2,791 unearned trophies.
Mm-hmm.
So my percentage is bigger, but I know why. Because
Yeah.
of the games. They're all from nearly the same series of games. And I played that game every year. So which we can go into a bit more
Yeah.
later on when we talk about games. That's why my percentage is bigger than yours, I think.
And these numbers are not accounted for trophies that technically can be earned, but require some sort of gear or, for example, I just found out while going through my collection, SingStar has a DLC of SingStar Guitar and SingStar Dance. And I don't know if I need a guitar for that, or so I'm probably not going to earn these trophies, even though they are still available or obtainable. So I have a lot more. Concrete Genie is another example. It has a VR trophy in as a
Yeah.
DLC.
Yeah.
I
Like one or
don't
two? One trophy? Two
one or
trophies?
two. Yeah,
It's the game that
something.
will never be 100% on both our accounts. It's just so
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
It's so stupid.
I don't know. And for the most part, I don't care about unobtainable trophies, but there are some games that hurt. For example, one is Uncharted 2, and I have told that story before. But in this case, I will tell it again. I remember, I think it was the early stages of my trophy hunting career, so 10 years plus. And I was going through the list and checking out which trophies I could earn, which easy trophies. And I even checked out Uncharted 2, and there was 2 multiplayer trophies. And I tried to earn both, and that day the servers were basically empty. And I searched a long time for a competitive match, and I found one, and I got the trophy. And then I searched for a very long time for a cooperative match, and I didn't find one that day. And I remember saying to myself, yeah, I get it later. It's not that big of a deal. I never returned to the game, and then the servers shut off. And so Uncharted, one of my favorite games on PS3, is unobtainable for me forever. And that sucks because of one measly bronze trophy, I think.
You know what's mad about that example? The PS3 system invented the Platinum Trophy, or the Platinum Trophy debuted on the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Many people regard Uncharted 2 as the poster boy game of the PS3. Like people like that was the big blockbuster. I know we had Red Dead 1 and Arkham Asylum, etc., but PlayStation exclusive. So ironically, you can't get the platinum that you gave to us, platinum trophies on the PS3 system for the PS3's biggest ever Sony exclusive. It's just a bit.
If you put it like
silly.
that, it's very sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely the best looking game at the time. It blew me away. And I think, in my opinion, only God of War 3 looks better. So it's the second best looking game on PlayStation 3.
It's a banger. It's an outright banger. It's arguably the best Uncharted game.
In my opinion, it is.
Yeah, it probably is.
It has the biggest impact on me as a gamer. So
your second example is another PS3 exclusive masterpiece, sadly.
Yeah, The Last of Us, the PS3 version. And I plan on doing a proper send-off. I want to finish both games, clean them up as much as I can, and then send them off. It's, man, now that I'm thinking about it, it really makes me a little bit sad. These are very great games, and I miss or I regret that I wasn't there, kind of, because back then I didn't care about multiplayer trophies. I was pushed away by the toxicity, and I wasn't competitive, and I couldn't stand the thought of being harassed or not good enough or whatever. So I stayed away. I didn't even touch the multiplayer section of any game. I didn't even watch content or anything. And yeah, now these two bangers of a game sit there unfinished, and yeah, it's kind of sad. What about you? What are some games that hurt the most with unobtainable trophies?
There's two games and a series that I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
So the two games that hurt is Hitman Absolution PS3. If you've played Hitman games, you'll know that there's always this goofy as contract trophies. They put about the same 4 or 5 trophies in every Hitman game. It's play a contract, make your own contract, get a high score on a contract, and you do the same things over and over again. And to be honest, this takes about an hour. And it hurts because I put in hundreds of hours of onto Hitman Absolution on PS3. I really like playing it. I would go through levels and do different gameplay styles. Sometimes I just go all out violent and kill everyone because you can have shootouts in the game, or I'd stealth kill everyone. I would just have fun. There's lots of different challenges in the game. And I think without knowing anything about trophy hunting at the time in 2012 or 13, I'm at like 60% of the trophies. So had I just one day just taken an hour and done the contracts, it would now be obtainable and I could just go back and clean it up. Since then, I bought the PS4 port and I have got that platinum because I like the game so much, but that's annoying. The other one hurts because it's my least favorite from this series and it's the only game with multiplayer trophies. It's Batman Arkham Origins.
Oh.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 Arkham games, including the Vita one. This is the only one with multiplayer, and they made like a big kind of system for it. It was like heroes versus villains, and they really tried, but it just wasn't necessary. And now the servers aren't I don't think they're officially shut down, but you can't go into a multiplayer game. And there's loads of forums where people you have to go in the loading screen for exactly 1 hour, try and then try again and all this. But I've seen some people have got the multiplayer trophies in the last 2 years. I don't know how, but
yeah, I'm very cautious of that.
That hurts. And then the other one is a series, and this is a series I spent a lot of time playing in the 2010s, and that is Pro Evolution Soccer. So some people in this era, you were either a FIFA person or a PES person or a Pro Evo person. I was a Pro Evo person. I bought it every year without fail, and I like the Master League mode, which is where you take ownership of a club and you play through the seasons. I would literally have 10, 12 years of a season. I'd be in 2038. Every player now is retired. I'm playing with completely unknown randoms the game made up. I really like that mode. And all of my PES games mostly are 40, 50% trophies completed, but I just didn't touch it online. I didn't care. And they had a become a legend mode where you only control one player on the pitch and you manage their career. But I didn't like that. I like playing as the team on the pitch. So when I look back on it, the amount of hours I put into the Pro Evo series, it deserves a platinum. But I think there are still 1 or 2 obtainable ones from 2020, 2019. But A, I haven't played it in ages. B, I don't know how busy online is. C, the players that are in the game have probably retired now. It's a different era. So I kind of wish I did get one Pro Evo platinum, because I don't actually have a football platinum on my list, and I absolutely love football, but I just don't play football games anymore. So that's the ones that hurt the most.
Yeah, you mentioned it kind of. We can redeem a little bit of that or heal a little bit of that by buying the PS4 version and then earning all the trophies and get the platinum. It's a little bit of recovery from that pain, but it's not the same, because that unfinished stack will always be there. And I don't know if it later comes up, because I think that the third one for me would be Darksiders 2, the PS3 version. And there's one trophy that is has an online component, something along those lines of trade an item to a friend. One simple and I didn't have any friends. I didn't play online. I didn't pay attention to the trophies. And now, because of one trophy, the game is unobtainable. And buying the PS4 version and platinuming that wouldn't fix the mistake, or the wouldn't heal, because that game, the PS3 version, will still be unobtainable. Yeah, it sucks. Whatever. Okay, the next question I have for us is, do we have games with platinum trophies that became unobtainable after you finished them? So for me, and I think that's one of the biggest wins in my trophy hunting career, because I didn't do it intentionally. Mad Max, right? Mad Max is an open world game. It's a fantastic game. I would recommend it to anyone. And the thing is, so there is one trophy, right? And it's for completing all challenges. And one part of the challenges is, so there's a function when you are not playing the game, scrap is collected for you, and when you return, you get that scrap that is collected offline. But it is an online component. It needed a server to count and calculate the scrap you earn, and that they shut off the servers, right? And so that one challenge is unobtainable, which sucks. And because I was so into the game, collecting scrap, and that was something I did very early on. I didn't even think about it really. So I was maxed out on scrap very early, had upgraded everything. And then, yeah, the game became unobtainable. And it's a shame. The next one would be Fall Guys. And Fall Guys, I mean, this story has been told before. They launched a new launcher. They added a new launcher. And so the old stack, the old release, isn't obtainable anymore. And I was fortunate enough to get the platinum before that. And so I'm very fortunate in that regard. It's an ultra rare platinum, of course. It was before they invented or included easy ways to earn that infallible trophy, where you have to win 5 matches in a row.
In a row?
5. Yeah. So it's a very juicy platinum, very good platinum. And have Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on my list, but I think they are obtainable again. They finally patched it months after release, which is insane.
Yeah, that was a very any trophies? Odd scenario. I don't have any. No, I don't have any. I think it's funny because I reckon when our viewers click on this episode, they're going to be like, I wonder how long it takes for them to bring up Mad Max. So it's not bad. It took about 17 minutes, but it's not bad.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's the poster boy of unobtainable trophies, I think. The most tragic story. It's such a good game.
It's just funny because if they allowed me into their office for 3 minutes, I would go up to the shareholders and I would say, do you want more money? And they would say, yes, we love money. And I would say, that's great. Go to your technical guy and do a patch that means everyone who buys your game automatically pops this one trophy and announce it to the world. Guess what? Your revenue for this game will go through the roof. It's just madness. This is a game that I want to play, but I'm like, why am I going to play it and get it 97% or whatever, 98?
It's so sad, yeah. And the revenue thing is a good argument, yeah. I mean, okay.
All right, and then, do you have games that are safe? This is a good question, and for all of you watching, when you finish watching this episode and you hit the like button and the subscribe button, please go, sit down and have a think. How many of your games are safe? on your trophy list. By safe, we mean, have you earned all potential unobtainable trophies, i.e., multiplayer in a single player game? So we've got some good examples.
Yeah. So I don't have many save games in that regard. I'm intending to do that to more games, but the one time I did that was Mirror's Edge Catalyst, the second Mirror's Edge game. I remember they announced the server shutdown, and I went back and earned two very simple trophies with multiplayer or online component. Sorry, with online component, and yeah, now the game is still the platinum is still obtainable for me. And do I have another example? I don't think I have. I'm still working on Red Dead Redemption, but that's a question for later. Do you have games that are safe?
I've got the big one tucked in nice and safe in a woolly blanket, and that is Red Dead Redemption 2. I've done all the multiplayer trophies, so they shut it down tomorrow. It's fine for me. I've just got 4 or 5 trophies left. Another one which I put a question mark, but I guess it counts, even though it's very new. Returnal has a trophy for, I think, doing a daily challenge. So if they ever close that off or shut that down or something like that, or it stops working, you'd technically be locked out the platinum. So, or do a daily run, I think it is. You do a daily run with certain modifiers. So I got that done.
How complex is that? Is that easy?
It's so easy, man. I did it in like 20, 30 minutes. Go do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing I'm going to do after this episode.
I'll join you. Do some co-op Returnal.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've done that, and yeah, I think our next question is even more is more important as well, which is, what games would you make future-proof, meaning earn all multiplayer online trophies before the server shut down? I think this is a very good question.
Yeah, and I have been thinking about that a lot lately. So I have bought some DLCs from the store. In certain games, I bought a game from the store, Remember Me. That's something I want to do. I think it doesn't have multiplayer or online components, but it would be unobtainable for me if I didn't have the game on my hard drive. And so I did make sure that I have downloaded certain games. Red Dead Redemption is obviously one, and I'm still one trophy away. Still the grind to level 50. I think I'm level 43 still. Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Black Flag would be a huge win for me, because that game is it's special because I enjoyed it, but then I lost all my progress one night when I was too tired. I didn't close the game. I immediately deleted the game in my save file, and I didn't have backup.
Ooh.
And so I was like, I think 60% in, and I lost 60% of progress, and I never recovered from that. And I did try once to earn the multiplayer trophies, but the people I was with, they knew everything they had to do, and I was like the new guy who had no idea what they were doing, and so I felt off.
Yeah, I hate being that guy.
They didn't care about me at all, and yeah, I earned one trophy maybe, and then left the session.
Yeah.
GTA 4 still, man. And Red Dead Redemption would be also very nice.
Number two,
yeah, Red Dead Redemption. But I'm not so worried about that, because Red Dead Redemption 1 is still online. So Rockstar is very generous.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they shut down the servers to 2. and I think there would be an absolute uproar because it's considered one of the greatest games of all time, and it's very recent. It's only 6 years old. No, 8 years old. Um, so yeah, my list. Well, actually, I'll mention with Black Flag. I did a really smart thing with future proofing. So I didn't play the game when it came out. And then I knew they were going to remake it 10 years from then. So I was like, let me just wait for that remake. And then,
Oh, that's smart.
yeah, no, in 2014, I was like, do you know what? I reckon in about 12 years, there's a 4K remake coming. I'm just going to wait for that, guys. You guys do the multiplayer. I'm going to do just a single player platinum. No, I'm joking. But I do look forward to playing it. People really rave about this game.
Yeah, it felt special. It felt special. It had this certain vibe to it, yeah.
So, which games would I make future-proof? Now, all of these games, most of them I've platinumed and got the trophies, multiplayer online trophies, but I'm recommending this to you guys, the viewers. So, Titanfall 2 has 3 or 4 multiplayer trophies that you can really bang out in like an hour or two.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, that's a good shout.
If you one day plan on platinuming the games I'm going to mention, and you don't care too much about your profile having some unfinished games there for like a year or so, I would just get this done. Go get Titanfall and get the multiplayer trophies done.
It's easy. If I can get the trophies, you can get the trophies.
It's so easy. I think it's like play a game, shoot your gun, and then like finish a few games. It's really easy.
Yeah, it's
Far Cry 5 is obviously a single player game, but there is a multiplayer component, and I think it's more involved. I think you need to really put in like 5 to 10 hours. So I would highly recommend doing that, because that's not a game that I'll ever get. I don't think it'll ever get remade, for example, on the PS6. Like, it will just be this version. So that one. Uncharted 4 on the PS4. Obviously, you can play the PS5 Legacy of Thieves collection version, which doesn't have multiplayer trophies. But if you want to also play the PS4 OG one, there's about 4 hours of multiplayer. It's not that hard. I think you could do it all in one session. The Last of Us Part 1 PS4. This is definitely not something you can do in one session or one day. This is, if you want The Last of Us 1 PS4 Platinum, most of your hours will be put in the multiplayer grind. And it's a grind. Like, it is a grind.
Yep.
Which both Score and I have done. Like, it's there's just no sugarcoating it. It's a grind. So I'd recommend doing that. It's very popular. It's still very populated. People love the mode. There's online groups dedicated to it. You'll always find a match. And it's one you can chip away at for a while, which is what I did. I think I chipped away at 50% of it over a year and a half. And then one day I was like, I'm doing this, and then finished the remaining 50%. Then the other one is obviously Red Dead Redemption 2. It's mainly a single player game, but if you put some effort in, you can grind out the multiplayer. It took me quite a while. I think I had 2 good boosting sessions with 3 or 4 guys from Reddit, and we got the match trophies out the way, where you become the MVP or miscellaneous online trophies. As for the grind to level 50, I think I did that over 2 weeks, and it was a grind. There's no getting away from it. It was a boring grind. It's one where you need to load up hours and hours of YouTube stuff to have ready. Like, so I would recommend future-proofing these, because they're all really great games, and they're probably platinums you want to earn. So single-player games shouldn't be unearned because of silly multiplayer trophies.
That's for the platinums, right? Because I haven't looked at the multiplayer trophies. Does Uncharted 4 have DLC with many multiplayer trophies? I think it does have multiplayer trophies.
Yeah, Uncharted 4's DLC, which I dabbled into actually.
Tell me about it.
A month ago. Oh, so on the Discord, we had this absolute legend, KH Ruler, shout out to him, who Actually, I reviewed his trophy list not long ago. He was like, "Guys, I'm going to do Uncharted for 100%. Who wants to join me?" And I've just July was a very busy month for me, and I just couldn't get time to sit down. I think I had one gaming session with him. I
Mm.
really regret it. He went and did it, and it's like you can do it solo and play with randoms, but I think it's built around like a 3-player team,
Hmm.
and it's very difficult. I think the hardest trophy is the most ultra rare in Uncharted 4 out of all the trophies.
Okay.
You have to complete every map on crushing level and get 3 stars. And there's like bosses in it. There's like proper bosses. Um, and then like I think a week or so ago, he messaged on the Discord server. He's like, "I've got it," and I was like, "Oh man, I should have, I should have tried to been, but I just couldn't be available." So,
Mm.
but I'm still gonna try and do it over the next.
I mean, I would be up for it.
Yeah, it's
Then
cool.
we
It's a cool
okay.
mode. It's a cool
Okay.
mode. And I think one other guy still needs to get it. So I can ask him.
Okay.
And we got our 3-man squad. And KH gave lots of tips and advice on what to do and stuff.
Okay.
Like he really got it. Like when I played in the session, he kind of showed me tricks and tips and stuff. So yeah, shout
That's
out to
good.
him. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so let us know, viewers. Do you have any games that you have future proof or intend to make future proof, or what are your thoughts on obtainables? Yeah, and I think I marked that the wrong way. I think I marked it wrong. Okay. Okay, next questions. Do you know any games that have been patched after, or that have been patched before the servers shut down, so the trophy is still obtainable? And I think the most prominent example I have is Shadow of Mordor, because there was a vengeance mode where you could avenge online players' deaths, and they patched it so that these sigils pop up on the map from time to time, so the trophy is still obtainable. And I think Uncharted 3 or one of the not Uncharted, sorry, one of the Far Cry games had something similar, that you had to beat an online score, and they patched it so that it can also be a local score. I don't know.
Okay.
So these are the only two examples I have personally, but I wish more developers would care about their trophies, because they are mandatory, but sometimes it seems they are not very interested, and more like a stepchild or something like, yeah, we have to put that in, but it's not really a thing for us. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, do you have any, or?
No, I only know about Shadow of Mordor. It's the only
Yeah.
one I know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Same. Then the next question is, okay, we have discussed this a little bit. So the PSN store for PS3 and Vita has an end date. What is your strategy? Do you care about the unfinished PS3 and Vita games in your collection? Tell us about it. Do you have plans, or?
I haven't looked into this thoroughly since it was announced. In fact, I
Okay.
haven't even turned my PS3 on since
Okay.
for a while. This is an awkward scenario because you could end up in first things first is there are probably some PS3 digital only games like you mentioned, Remember Me. So there's some like that I need to look into and read reviews and see if there's something I'd want one day to play. Then there's the games I already have and their DLCs. This is an awkward thing where it's like you might buy some DLCs because this is your last chance, but you may never play them.
Mm.
But if in 5 years you want to play them, you can't. So it's, I don't know. I don't really know what to do. Like, I think I have all my COD PS3 DLCs bought already, coincidentally anyway. I think Arkham Origins has 2 or 3 DLCs. So if I'd want to do all the trophies that game minus the multiplayer one day, I'd have to buy those DLC packs.
It's getting more. It's getting more and more complicated, right? Yeah, this game has an unobtainable trophies, but 3 stacks of DLC, and do we want to finish?
Do you know what I mean? It's a mess. So I'm gonna put this problem off until I have some time, like maybe some, because I think Europe doesn't shut down till next summer.
Yeah, next June or July, something like that.
I think
dangerous territory for the both of us.
No, I
Very
know.
Dangerous.
I feel like if I give it till like Christmas break, when we have a bit of time off from the office, I feel like by then it'll be 6 months before, and there'll start to be more articles where they're like, "These are great games you should buy before it shuts down," and then that will help. But I think over the next year, I guess, because it's next summer, I will look at my PSN account, make a note of my PS3 games, check if they have DLCs, and just make a list of DLCs that I could buy, and then decide. But I think I'll buy a few DLCs.
Yeah,
I think it's it's messed up. As much as I have to say, I hate the PS3 store. In fact, I hated it when it was live. Like I remember just disliking it so much. The noise it makes, the way you have to scroll through. The letters pad you have to go through like that. Yeah. Oh my god. It's just so janky, but it is bad that they're shutting it down.
Yeah.
It's
so I bought some of the games I had a physical copy of, and then sold because I thought I would never finish them or play them ever again. Remember Me is one of them. I don't know if I have bought Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 yet, because I think that's one of the games.
I can send you my copy.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
I really can, yeah. We have loads in the UK. We have so many copies of that game in the UK. It's really weird.
Okay, that's fine. Let me check my profile if I can quickly identify which games I re-downloaded Dead Nation, which was free at some point. No. I mean, if you ever find a copy of the game Wet, please buy that for me, because that is a game I would finish, because I have 1 bronze trophy in it. It has an ultra rare platinum. I sold the game after 1 trophy.
We have it. We have it in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's so weird. I'm so jealous of you. I mean, because all the game stores in my area have disappeared. It's so weird. And I guess there are some stores in Zurich, so I have to travel to go there 30 minutes or so. But yeah, not in the city I live in. It's so sad.
Wet's an ultra rare.
Yeah.
You see, this is now. I've just realized we have a part 2 to this problem. So the part 2 is you've recommended me 2 very good PS3 games, Wet and Remember Me.
Yeah.
So now in the future, I can easily pick up physical PS3 games in the UK. I'm lucky. I could then find new PS3 games that I want to play. And then to 100% them, they have DLC, but then it's too late. Like, do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So now you have to spend the next year possibly predicting which PS3 games you're going to one day go back and play. So when we did our emergency podcast about all the bad news, I think I was pretty cool about it. I was like, you know what, PS3 store's been 20 years old. It's fine. But now, in retrospect, having more time to think about it and sleep on it, I think it's a shit decision.
Yeah, really.
I think because the PS3 is famous, isn't it? It has unique architecture, as they always say. So it's hard to get those games to play backwards compatibility on the PS4 and PS5. That's why so many games are locked on the PS3. It's really difficult. So with that knowledge, I think they should have worked harder to kind of keep it active. It's also a source of revenue, and if there's one thing Sony love more than anything, it's money and people buying digital games. Like that's the future we're heading towards.
I think the money isn't enough, and so Sony shut it down. They don't care about their customers. They care about the money.
Yeah, it's weird.
As sad as it sounds.
Weird.
Okay, so where were we?
Which games did you get? You've got a few games.
Yeah, so Remember Me. I did get some DLC, but I can't remember which one. I think I spent less than 50 Swiss francs of value on the PS3 store and get some stuff I wanted. That was the thing. These were the things that I immediately knew I would want to complete and finish and whatnot. But there probably are more. You said it best, the DLCs. I haven't. What about the DLC for Dead Space 3, for example? I knew Jules, one of our community members. We did some of the trophies together, right? And he is a completionist, and I'm not. And I remember he was saying, don't bother about the DLC. It's not worth it. It's not fun. It's boring, whatever. But now I'm thinking, should I go back and clean that game up, or should I accept these however many trophies that become potentially unobtainable? Let me check how many trophies that is. Where is the Dead Space? Yeah, I can't find it right now. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I think that's it. Or do we have any other things? What games do you want to clean up before the shutdown? I mean, I would love Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. No, not Modern Warfare. Call of Duty
Modern Warfare 2. No DLC, by the way. No DLC.
Oh, that's why.
It's no DLC. Okay, you're good. Okay. You're good. It's just one game, 100%.
Oh, nice.
Because I did it earlier this year. Yeah, I did it a few months ago.
Cool.
It's Modern Warfare 3, which is also on your list, that has 4 or 5 DLCs, which I bought full price months ago.
Yeah, these are potentially a lot of unobtainable trophies.
Yeah.
In a year, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And now we are rambling about 75% completion percentage and whatnot. And oh my God, this will be. I don't want to think about it right now. It's too stressful.
It's two bad things. It's a lot of unobtainable future trophies and a lot of money spent. Just not great. Yeah.
Yeah. And often they say, digital is not scarce. There's limitless stock of digital goods, but now it becomes scarce. Okay. Should we proceed to the news section? What news do we have?
The news. I just throw this in because it's funny and to trigger you off, but your favorite platinum ever is coming to PS Plus Essential in August, Dying Light 2.
Oh, I would say, which Far Cry 3 is coming to PS Plus? No, Dying
Uh-huh.
Light 2.
Yeah. One trophy for running how long? Do you remember the
Yeah,
number?
yeah. So I spent 150 hours with 2 playthroughs, and then rubber banded for 50 hours. I think I had over 200 hours total when the trophy
There's
popped.
one trophy for running a certain amount of kilometers, and
Yeah,
in 2 full platinum playthroughs, people aren't getting this trophy. So you have to rubber band it. It's just stupidness. It's a dumb trophy.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Because the second part of the game is mostly gliding between
Mm,
buildings, and gliding doesn't count
yeah.
towards the walking trophy. That's why probably. Yeah, it's a shit show. Um, yeah. I also saw that Signalis is coming to PS,
Yeah.
and that's a
Yeah.
good. I think Mode 47, a good friend of ours, recommended that game to me, and I'm very interested in that.
Is that like a top-down
Mm-hmm.
game?
Yeah,
I
I
might
don't know
try.
much about it.
I might try this.
Yeah.
I've seen it now and again, like
Mm-hmm.
come up, and I'm intrigued. I'd say it's a good month. All things considered.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
yeah, it's pretty good month for PS Plus games. In general news, we obviously had PSN go down intermittently around the world in different places. Xbox went down, and then guess what happened? People couldn't start their digital games. You can't write this. You just can't. This is like a comedy show. This is actually a comedy show. You can't write this.
No, and it shows that we own nothing. It
It,
shows that we don't own digital
no,
goods. We don't own them.
we don't own digital media
No.
fully, and it seems like the infrastructure isn't there to support this digital only world. Because what is it? I think there's 80 million PS5 owners, something like that. It's a number like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the PS4 owners. So if you want us all online in 2028 launching our digital games, then you make sure the servers work when everything connects. Because when you launch a game, this even happens physical, I believe. When you launch a digital game on your PSN, when you click that icon, the poster of your
Mm-hmm.
game, the artwork, something very quick happens. It pings a server in Sony somewhere saying, "Does this guy own the game?" Yes, he does. There's like
Mm-hmm.
the purchase has a key in it that says, "Yeah, this guy owns the game. He or she can
Mm-hmm.
go play their game," and the game opens. It happens very quickly. But if servers PSN goes down, servers go down. That moment, that ping can't happen. So then you could be sitting there with all your games, and you're like, "I can't play these." It's just wild. You just can't write this the
Yeah,
way
so
it keeps happening. It's
Sony
like
is not in a good
like
position.
a avalanche when the
Yeah,
snowball keeps going and getting bigger and bigger. It's like every week there's another reason why this was a bad decision. It's really weird.
yeah. And something I read, I don't have the numbers right
Yeah.
in my head, but a huge number of countries rely on physical media, and now that Sony shuts down physical media, they don't have access to gaming, PlayStation gaming, which is sad. And it was a huge number. It was over 100 countries, 160, 190 something. It was huge. It was
Yeah. It's
crazy.
yeah. If not every country has the internet infrastructure of
Yeah.
A Germany or a England or a Japan, and not every country has healthy economies. These are just, we're all aware of these things. There are people out there who have less, and they rely on the secondhand gaming market. I don't think that's a bad thing.
No.
I don't think that's a bad thing. It's I think I know we've done special episodes on it, and it's going to keep coming up throughout the year, so we don't want to go into it too much. But I think the next console generation is going to be a disaster. I think it's going to be a full-blown disaster, if I'm being honest, across the board.
It looks like that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an absolute disaster, and the console bubble that we're in is going to start to slowly burst. Which is why I'm going to take lots of care and give my PS5 lots of tender, loving care, clean the fan, maintain it, look after it, because, it's my console with a disc drive.
I want to discuss really quickly the launch date of God of War Lo-Fi. It's set for February 16th next year. Much sooner than I expected.
You know what? When they did the State of Play a couple of months ago at the beginning of summer, and they did something quite bold where normally it's like a trailer with cinematics and some gameplay and voiceover, and the actor shows up going, I love playing so-and-so. With this one, they just went, boom, this is the opening 20 minutes. No cuts, nothing, just full blown. And I remember watching thinking, this looks pretty finished to me. This looks good. So I'm surprised in a happy way that we have a God of War game coming February 16th next year. But I'm also not surprised when I think back to that State of Play because the game looked great. I think it's great news. I'm very excited for this game. They also announced on top of that there will be a follow-up Kratos game.
Yeah.
That ties into this. So it's all holistic, it's all planned. I just think it's great news. Santa Monica are cooking.
Yeah. Let's see how because Frank takes me out of this thing.
Right.
That's the only thing.
Frank is the elephant in the room or the cube in the room. Frank is the cube in the room. So I saw the artwork and she's standing there and fucking Frank's there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this guy is important. He's a cube. So at San Diego Comic-Con, where this was all announced a week or two ago, there is a quote where I think he says, Frank has been there since the beginning. Frank is very important.
Yeah, I read that too.
Frank has been there since the beginning. My theory is there has to be a human being or a normal looking character trapped in the cube. There just has to be.
Yeah.
They've made two of the greatest PlayStation exclusives of all time, God of War and God of War Ragnarok. They surely won't fuck this up with a cube called Frank. Surely. Do you know what I mean? Like, 2018 and Ragnarok are stone cold classics, all-time great games, all-time. I can't see them fucking this up and saying, right, we really love a cube called Frank.
And they casted a very good-looking Hollywood actor, I guess.
Yeah, Jack Quaid or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't know him personally, but I hear that people like him, and so they wouldn't do that if he wasn't important. And I hope he does change his appearance.
I think there's a person trapped inside. I think it's going to be great. I think she looks great. The combat, the visuals. I watched the footage again, or I saw clips of it, and I was like, this looks next gen. Because Ragnarok was still technically a PS4 game. Laufey is PS5 only. It'll be a PS5 Pro game. I'm really intrigued to play as her. And my theory is I think Laufey will end on a massive cliffhanger. Yeah. I think we'll end on a moment where you're like, what? And then by then we'll have more news about the Kratos game.
Could be.
And in the background, they're also remaking the trilogy.
Yeah.
So is Laufey a day one for you?
No game is a day one game for me. I think that the only day one game for me will be No Rest for the Wicked. It's from the creators of Ori and the Blind Forest. And No Rest for the Wicked is a top-down, Souls-like-ish action RPG, something like that, where you explore, you unlock shortcuts, fight bosses. It has a persistent world, which means if I am the host of the game and I
Yeah.
invite you and then I go offline, you can have an impact on that world.
Continue.
And when I come
Yeah.
back, that's
That's cool.
there. Yeah, it's really cool. And I have never played a game like that, but I love the creators. And that's why I'm giving it a shot. And I don't mind if I don't get the platinum because it's ridiculous and it's only for hardcore players. But that game is a game I will buy day one, I
Okay.
think.
That
But
Laufey is a day one for me.
okay,
Yeah, it's yeah.
maybe it's a release week after you play the game and you say, hey, oh my god, you have to play this, and I'm like, okay, I give it a shot. Okay,
I could requiem you.
yeah,
Like in February, I requiemed you.
yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
All right, should we jump into the Q&A?
Yes, let's do this.
Great questions from our awesome viewers. Got 2 questions from our buddy 9 Yards. Will you be getting GTA 6 day one? And how do you see yourself playing it? Will you abandon playing any other games at that time and knock it all out in one go? Or slowly chip away at it over time? Also, will you make any content on the game? Very good, very important questions we should address. I think we have
Different
similar
opinions.
answers.
A similar, okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
I think so. If I read your answer correctly, do you want to go first?
Okay, yeah, okay. So, unpopular opinion: I'm not excited about GTA 6. I do love the cultural thing around it, but I'm not excited. And for me, it's a practical thing, right? I have so many unfinished Rockstar games in my list. I don't want to add another one. I don't want to play another GTA, play for a couple of hours, earn 3 bronze trophies, and then abandon it for years. I don't want to do that. I will stand on the sideline. I will watch gameplay. I will watch reviews. I will watch where people talk about it, maybe, and then slowly form my opinion. Wait a few months after the hype has died down or something. So I'm not that excited. I'm not a day one guy with GTA 5. I definitely don't want to abandon all other games and play that game. So I'm not that excited. And from a business standpoint, that's very dumb. I think we could make content on the game. For me, is what content would I do? And I have no idea. I don't know. What about you? Would you?
Um, I don't think I'll be getting it day one. It comes out mid-November, November 18th. I'm not going to get it for life reasons, if I'm being honest. I know the end of the year is going to be very, very busy in my life, and so it will actually just sit there, and I won't get really much time to play it properly. So I would rather get it early next year when I have a bit more time and mental space, and I can just sit down and play it. As for how I would play it once I get it, I think I would. I think I'd knock it out all in one go because I'm missing a GTA Platinum from my Platinum list. I've always wanted one, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the series. I think I've got GTA 3 and 4 Definitive Edition on PS4, but I don't know if I can get back into those. So I do want the GTA 6 Platinum. And I'm going to play with that in mind. I'm going to do the side missions, the stranger missions, own pubs and restaurants and cars and whatever they want me to do, clean up waste, all that stupidness you have to do in Rockstar games, start on the gold medals early, So I will get it next year and try and do it all in one go, definitely. Maybe finish the story in one go and then chip away at the platinum in the background while I play other games, because I think that's normal. And then content, no, because by the time I get around to it, 100 million YouTubers would have made 100 million videos about it. So yeah, it's it's interesting. I've been burnt before on trying to make content on a new game release.
Mm.
And the difficulty we have at our level, if I may speak for both of us, is you and me will go buy a game on day one and install it and start playing it and then start planning content. At that point on day one, the big
Mm-hmm.
YouTuber, he or she had the game 3 weeks ago with a press kit, the package. He's speaking to the people, the publicity people, the developer. He's probably platinum the game. He or she's probably made the video. And I've seen that. I've seen games launch day one and the video comes out already. This platinum broke my back, or this platinum damaged my leg, whatever silliness is it's there. So it's hard. Although I think with GTA 6, I don't think anyone's going to get any extras. I think everyone gets the game on day one.
Mm.
I don't think they're going to post out. Oh, they might send digital codes, I guess, to some big YouTubers. I don't know. I get the vibe from them that it's, everyone gets it day one, same time.
Mm.
But yeah, I probably won't make content.
Yeah, especially we smaller channels, we have a disadvantage, and it's not worth it trying to catch up.
I've tried it in the past with new games. I've literally gone out and bought a game and taken a day off work, and I'm like, I'm going to be the first to make this video. Then I've clicked on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, 5 of the big guys have already made their big video, and they're getting hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I wasted a day off work for this.
What we could do is, when we have both played the game years and years after release, then we make a special episode. Was the hype? How? Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think in 2027, I think we should have a special episode of was GTA 6 worth the hype?
Yeah.
Because I think that'll still be interesting to watch, because there is an immense amount of hype going into this game, and I'm not sure. I don't know what we're in for. I know it will break the records. I know it's going to make 6-7 billion in the first 3 minutes. I know that it'll make silly money, but I don't know. I don't know what the critical response will be. The reviews. I don't know.
I have read some articles, some opinions, and they expecting disappointment because the hype is so huge.
Yeah, and the one thing with GTA is it has a certain formula.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time we saw the formula was 2013, which was a long time ago, like a long time. But then their last game was Red Dead 2, one of the greatest video games of all time. So I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see.
The next question from 9 Yards is, a lot of people online have talked about switching to PC as a result of the No More Disc announcement. I disagree with this, but I'm curious about what you guys think about the pros and cons of each platform, and could you ever see yourselves switching? This is a really great question and an important subject, and I think a subject that's only going to grow and grow as we head towards the disaster that is the next generation console launches. I can't see myself switching to PC, because the way I look at it, when everything comes out, Project Helix, Xbox, PS6, we have 3 choices. Buy a PC or a Steam Valve machine, whatever it's called, which is quite expensive, by the way. Buy the PS6, or we have the awesome option of stay the same. Keep the PS5 or your PS4 if you're slow on PS4. So for me, I'm in no rush to buy the PS6. I even posted a poll about it on my channel about who's going to get it on day one. It seemed quite negative in general. Not negative, but it was leaning towards not getting it day one.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of pros and cons, I think a console is plug and play. So if I want to play a new game, I turn my PS5 on and it will do the job. I download a patch and I play the game. I don't need to do anything. Whereas I think PCs need more micromanagement. got to install drivers and manage your drivers and all that stuff. I've seen sometimes, and I've even seen like big live streamers, like big names, and they're live streaming, and then their game will shut down. It's like, oh, update this driver, and I've seen them live on stream, like they're fixing it, and I'm like, oh, this looks like a lot of too much micromanagement that I don't want. I want to finish a hard day at work, come home, and turn my PS on, and within 3 minutes, I'm playing a game or staring at my library of games, figuring out what to play. In terms of finances, I think it's hard to gauge this, but I know probably getting a decent PC costs more than the base PS5. But then the offset is I've heard Steam sales are really good. You can really buy games cheap on Steam and the other stores. And they have sales often. Whereas sometimes in the PS store, some games can stay very stubborn. They just stay at a certain price. You could just never get them on sale. Plus, the PS5, I'll still have access to the secondhand gaming market. So there are lots of good PS4, PS5, and PS3 games that I can get physically, secondhand, cheaper. So yeah, I personally won't be switching to PC. I know that they play games better. I know the games look better. Sometimes I've watched a game that I've played. Sometimes I've watched games and I'm like, wow, that looks so good. My PS5 version doesn't look that good, but I'm happy with the PS5 Pro.
Yeah, for me, it's the same. I can't see myself switching entirely, maybe trying the PC, because right now I'm fully on PlayStation. It's my ecosystem. I have all my games there. I haven't even installed my Steam library on my PC. Now that even though it is more powerful than ever, so the benefits of having a PC at hand is there are lots of games that only release on PC, and I often think, hey, I would love to play that game. Oh, it's just for PC. Damn. But yeah, it is what it is. So it's more of, and all my games are on my PS5. I'm very happy with it. And PC also has only digital only games, so what's the point? I think I'm really sad that the physical market is ending, or really what's the word? Yeah, very narrow with retro games now that Sony has announced the physical disc production will end in a year or so, or 2028. Yeah, the why I am a PlayStation fan since the PS2. For me, the games on PlayStation always have looked maybe not always better, but often very good, and that's because it is a certain hardware, and developer can optimize for that hardware. And sure, there are systems that run a game very smoothly and very good and good looking and whatnot. But what if I don't have access to that graphics card that requires that? I don't want to buy RAM every couple of years. I don't want to hassle with the components of a gaming system. It's too much hassle for me, and so yeah, I think I will stay on PlayStation.
Sometimes I watch a YouTuber do a review and they mention their PC specs, and I'm like, I don't know what language you're speaking.
Yeah,
like
same.
they're like, this review copy was played on the RTX 780 with DLSS 526 and 377. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what you just said.
Same.
Obviously, if you know, you know. If you're into the PC gaming world, you'll know. But yeah, I like my plug and play console.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd be interested one day, honestly, in getting a Switch too. My friend at work got one, and he's really happy with it. And they're remaking one of my top 5 games of all time, Ocarina of Time, and I'm like, I just don't know if I can sit on the sidelines and watch that happen. Like, I'd really want to play it, but
Yeah,
it's not anytime soon. But maybe one day I wouldn't mind getting
fair.
my first Nintendo console in decades.
Yeah, I'm a little bit, what's the word? Hesitant to buy a new console for only one game, because I have done that basically. I bought an Xbox One and I played only a couple of games on the system. And so I did buy a PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita, Xbox One, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Wii U, Nintendo 3DS. All of these consoles only have I have bought and or I own and have only 1 or 2 games on them, and I wasted so much money. So I'm keeping my hands off these new consoles. They might have interesting games, and if there's enough games I can't get on the PS5, then maybe. But for now, I'm not interested in a Switch 2. But I have heard only good about the console. So, yeah. Next question.
Yeah, last question.
Oh, last question from Tantra Green. At what point does become a game? At what point does a game become shovelware to you guys? Does My Name Is Mayo count? Do Reta-Laika games? Reta-Laika games count? I would be interested to hear your take on this. So I have a pretty strict definition, and My Name Is Mayo is definitely shovelware. Yes, it has this cool status because it was one of the first shovelware games that everyone had on their profiles. But pressing a button 10,000 times isn't gameplay. It's yeah. And all these easy games that can be earned in less than an hour, are shovelware. Technically, they are not, but I lean towards that definition. I know it's not technically correct, but yeah. So, what about you?
I think I don't know what Ratalaika is. I don't know what I don't know.
It is a publisher that released a lot of easy games. Hymno. I don't know if they were the publisher, but Hymno or Midnight Deluxe or 30 Fragrance of Midnight. These basically Foxyland, maybe these 2-hour platinums before they were shovel games. Because shovelware are the jumping tacos, the stroke, the dig. These are shovelware. These are proper shovelware. These 1-button, 3-minute platinums. Okay, but to me personally, even though even the games that can be obtained in an hour by playing through the 5 levels or whatnot in an hour, I consider them also shovelware. Although they are technically don't. They are not shovelware technically.
Okay. I think if a game has no real gameplay mechanic or story it's trying to convey, then I think it's shovelware. I think it needs one of the two. So I think you can have. I don't think games that are an hour long are shovelware. Personally, I think if it has a story it's trying to tell, or it has a cool gameplay mechanic and happens to be short, then it's fine. I don't think it's shovelware. Like I don't think the Gardens Between is shovelware. I think it's a very easy platinum, but it's a nice little platform puzzler that you do for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
I personally wouldn't call it shovelware, but I think if your platinum is literally going to be just for half an hour, you pressing one button and you're not thinking, I think that's shovelware.
I mean, I have a list with games, and I mean, we all have seen these stacks of Inksplosion and Midnight Deluxe or 30 Fragments of Midnight or basically these games that have Jack and Jill DX. They are technically not shovelware, but I consider them being shovelware because they are real games for maybe kids, but they are sold to sell platinums. No one would play them if they wouldn't have a platinum. No one would play them.
That's another way of looking at it. If a game didn't have a platinum, would it be played? I'm looking at this company, Ratalaika Games. I mean, they seem to have proper games. They've got Stillborn Slayer, which is like a retro roguelike shooter game. So it doesn't seem like shovelware to me.
Yeah. I mean, he asked for our definition, so...
Yeah, I think if it doesn't have a real gameplay mechanic behind it or a story, I think it's a shovelware.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Do you want to end the episode?
All right. Well, that is the end of Unobtainable Trophies, a topic that will become even more prominent with the PS3 shutdowns across the world. PS3 store shutdown. Guys, let us know, how many games do you have on your PSN profile that has unobtainable trophies that you can never 100%, you can never platinum? Let us know about your plans for the PS3 store shutdown. Are there any games or DLCs that you've got lined up that you're going to eventually buy over the coming 6 to 8 months? Yeah, and as always, I know the physical discs is still a hot topic. So, if you want to vent or throw in your opinion in the comments, feel free to. Me or Score will get back to you ASAP. I think that's a topic that's going to stay warm for quite a while. But yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please hit the like button. If this is now your 3rd, 4th, even 5th episode, please consider hitting the subscribe button. We come every month on YouTube with a new episode, and every now and again we also drop some special episodes when there's a topic that we want to cover. So yeah, we really appreciate your support, your comments, your sending in questions, the views that you give us. It really means a lot. Yeah, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day, and we will see you on the next episode.